I'm just about to finish The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, and it is so sad. I have like 10 minutes left of the book. I don't typically cry when I'm reading things, so that's just not how my emotions manifest. But I feel the pain of it, and this one's hurting a little bit. It's so sad, and it's not what I expected at all. I'm gonna finish this, and then right afterwards I'm gonna start reading First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I've been looking forward to that book since I heard of the release, so I have it on hold from Libby. I have like 4 days left of my Libby hold, but I don't think it'll take me that long. So I'm hoping to make some good progress with that, and I will keep you updated, but I'm just gonna be doing like a little mood reading weekend vlog. We usually stay pretty busy, so it's basically just finding pockets of time to read amongst all of our activities. We mainly do volleyball like all weekend, so it'll be a fun weekend, but I'm sad to finish this. I'm excited, but I'm sad. I feel empty from that. Caillou does too. Currently 14% of the way through First Time Caller, and my first opinions, I guess, are that it's a little cheesy, which, I mean, it's like a rom-com, I think, so I'll give it some grace. But also, why is this guy dipping everything in his coffee? A croissant in coffee? Is that like a normal thing? And a cookie in coffee? I don't know, that seems weird. This book follows a guy, his name is Aiden, and he runs this like romance hotline thing, like an advice podcast kind of. And this girl calls in for her mom. This girl's like 12 years old. She calls in because she's like, I don't want my mom to be lonely, and she seems lonely and she's never dated anybody. So he's talking to this 12-year-old girl, and then the mom storms in and is like, what are you doing talking to this man at 10 p.m., blah, blah, blah. And then he ends up talking to her. And then the clip of it goes viral. So that's where I'm at right now. The writing is really easy to read. It's going pretty quickly. It's very cheesy so far though, and I don't know if it's like good cheesy, where it's like just readable, or if it's just kind of like cringy. But the coffee thing, why are we dipping stuff in coffee so many times? Like, that's such a weird personality trait to have. Okay, I spoke too soon, because now people are dipping cookies in wine. What is happening? There's weird connections between, like, the two main characters. They end up being at the same coffee shop. She is best friends with the woman who owns the coffee shop that makes these, like, fabulous cookies that are the ones that he was dipping in his coffee at work. And then now the best friend is dipping her chocolate cookie in her wine. I'm sorry. Don't defile the cookie. Or the wine. Don't defile the wine like that. It's painful to think of that. Or like when people eat food and drink something at the same time, that's the vibe that it's giving. And it makes me want to vomit every single time. I do have to say, I like the little transcripts, like the radio show transcripts, but I love letters. I love any sort of this like mixed media thing. I eat it up every single time. Text messages, emails, I love it. I just think it's such a fun addition. I'm sure that in the audiobook for this, they probably have the like crackly kind of radio sound too. It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe every time. The last letter follows Ella and Beckett. Beckett is an ex-military guy. He was best friends with Ella's older brother when they were in the military together. Ella lives in Colorado, and she has this really, really cool kind of like Airbnb resort type of area. And she has 2 young children. I think they're 5 at the beginning of the book. And so it follows their relationship and kind of how that comes to be. It goes through a bunch of grief and just talking about kind of life as is and like life with young children. So it's just following them, basically just falling in love. And First Time Caller follows our main characters, Aiden and Lucy. Lucy is looking for love. She wants the sparks, the magic. And then Aiden runs this like radio hotline dating show deal, and he has given up on love completely. And so it's following them falling in love
on the show.
This is so cringe. I really loved the Love Light Farms books. And I hope it wasn't just like a one-off with this author. I don't know. I'm just cringing. The way that this boss is talking to him is so unrealistic. Like, this is not how an actual boss talks to their, like, employees. It's just so stupid. Oh, boy.
One of my favorite aspects of this book was the family dynamic. So it's kind of a strange setup, but Lucy has a 12-year-old daughter who's starting to get a little bit angsty, good old preteen years, but she's the reason that Lucy and Aiden even met, so it works out, whatever. And Lucy is still friends with the father of her child, who now has a husband. So it's like a big kind of like conglomerate family. It's a cool dynamic, and it is pretty fun to read about, honestly. Like, everybody is very distinctive, so it's cool seeing that.
Oh, I read that wrong. So she got this phone from this radio show thing. And the MMC Aiden texted her, and it said someone at the station must have programmed his contact into the phone because he's the only one with his name listed, a little red heart next to it. I thought that she had put that there. And I was like, girl, you already picked him. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna pretend it's not gross. It's not inherently gross. A heart isn't bad. I have a heart next to Tanner's name, but the way this is set up is not my favorite. I am a sucker for text messages in a book, so I think that part's kind of cute. My 30-minute timer just went off, and I read 9% of the book, and I'm liking it more now. She's a mechanic, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing that profession in a book. My dad has always worked on cars. He's a farmer, but he's also a mechanic for all of his own stuff. So that's really the only experience I have with mechanics. But it's kind of nice. It's like having a part of my dad in a book. I'm probably just going to do another 30-minute timer. It's like a nice little reading sprint for myself. We just got a Who Did This to You, but in a Who the Fuck Made You Cry. Okay. Okay, Aiden. Okay. I like you now. I love it when the guy falls first. It does something for me. It's so cute. This quote. I wonder what she'd do if I tangled my fingers in her hair. I'm pleasantly buzzed on beer and proximity. The smell of her shampoo and that fucking green dress. He's crushing. He's crushing so hard. The audiobook that I'm currently listening to is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonam-Young, and I love it. I'm 79% of the way through it. I just went on a walk with Caillou, and I listened to it the whole time. I listened to it while I was eating my little pizza things. It's so good. It is so cute, and I don't know why I waited so long to read it. I knew that I would love it. I don't know if it's just me getting older and me getting excited to have kids of my own, but kids in books and pregnancy in books is more exciting than anything to me now. This book follows Win and Bo. They have a one-night stand in chapter 1, so it's not a spoiler or anything. She finds out that she's pregnant with his child from said one-night stand, and then it's kind of following them in navigating this kind of weird situation that they're dealing with. They don't know each other, but they're gonna be parents, and it's so sweet, and they are so just sweet together. And I love the dynamic, I love the banter, I love the tension. It's just precious. So I'm absolutely loving it so far. I just bought book number 2, which follows the best friends and their relationship, and I'm so excited to read it. The writing style is great. It's just a really fun book so far. And I'm currently 30% of the way through First Time Caller. I'm liking it a lot more than I was last night when I started it. It's getting less cringy, but their dynamic is starting to get really cute and really fun. I'm interested to see when their relationship starts, because of course it's going to. This is what I'm predicting from this book, is that they're going to be on this radio show together, looking for someone for her to fall in love with, and everyone else is gonna be seeing it first, like hearing them talking, that they're gonna be falling in love. It's not as great as I was hoping it would be, but I'm also only 30% of the way through. So both books that I'm currently reading are pretty good. After this one, I'm going to read The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery. I am reading that one for 2 book clubs that I'm in. I picked the book for both of them because I'm sneaky. So then it was one book. Tanner is currently out. I don't really know when he'll be back. So I'm going to continue reading this. I wanted to do a little recap of the 3 books that I read in this video. So I'm just gonna go through them from beginning to end, just what I thought about them and ratings. So the first one that I was talking about was The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I really liked it. I love her writing style, and it's so fun getting like a really well-written romance, especially contemporary romance. I feel like fantasy romance, you just get a little bit deeper into who the characters like truly are because the stakes are a lot higher. With contemporary, I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit harder to feel connected. I like the kids in this book. I liked that he was like very protective and caring and just wanted to kind of like prove to her that he cares about her and loves her. I really enjoyed that aspect. And I'm also a sucker for letters or emails or anything in books, and this one is like obviously a lot of it is written in letters. So it was very cute, and I really liked that part as well. Next was Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonam-Young. I didn't really talk about it that much just because it was the audiobook I was listening to. I absolutely loved this book. I loved basically every moment of it. I don't think that there was any unintentionally slow portions. A lot of it was pretty mundane, but it was so good. I loved the characters and I loved the banter. It wasn't too spicy, which I prefer. I don't really like a ton of spice in my books. It's nice when it's just sprinkled in and not like the main plot point of the actual book. I love this. I just loved everything about it, honestly. It was just so good, and the writing was great. I'm so excited to read more books by her because her writing style was so witty and fun. It was like the best parts of Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez kind of like meshed together. If you haven't read it, I would definitely give it a try. It's definitely not for everyone. I know that the pregnancy trope is like not a super popular one, but I think that this one was so well done. So if that's something that you think you could be like open to reading about, I would definitely give it a try. I loved it. If you couldn't tell, I gave this one 5 stars. It's, I think, my first 5-star of the month. It was very good. And lastly, the main book that I talked about in this book was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I didn't love this one that much. I was so excited for it because I loved the Love Light Farm series, like some of my favorite contemporary books, but it just kind of fell flat. I don't know. It just didn't hit for me. I gave it 3 stars. Like, it was good, but it wasn't anything like super great. Overall, I think the concept was cooler than the execution of it. It was very predictable. I knew exactly where it was going, which sometimes is nice, but this one, the characters weren't my favorite. I didn't really like them that much. It was an okay book. Like, it was a pretty like solid contemporary. The third act conflict actually did seem pretty realistic to what would have happened in real life given kind of the situation that the characters were in. So I think that that was probably the part that I was dreading the most throughout it, because like obviously there's always going to be something that happens third act 80-ish%. Like, it's just always going to happen. It's either going to be a breakup or kind of like a pause or something is going to happen. So I was dreading that, but I do think that it was handled well because I think it was pretty realistic to what probably would have happened given how they were acting towards each other the whole time. For people that were like this old, it feels wrong to say that because I'm gonna be 26 next month. So like me saying like 30 is old doesn't really make much sense. But they were acting like children. They were acting like they were 16 with their miscommunications. It was just stupid. Overall, 3 stars. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. I always have my Goodreads linked in my description, so if you haven't added me on Goodreads, please do. I religiously update it. I am also now using Fable, so I'll start linking that as well. If you'd like to be friends with me on there, please add me. I will happily add you back. I love using, especially Goodreads, but I'm starting to get into Fable, so I need someone to teach me the ropes. So if you have any tips for Fable, would greatly appreciate. But with that, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.